Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Hi, Budget with Mama Bear.
Hi, everyone.
We have a surprise coming. Andra, the traveling and savings chief, is actually sitting in the airport right now. She's waiting on a flight, but she's going to be popping in. She says that the Wi-Fi is extremely slow, but we have a topic that we're going to bring to the table today. Do you want to say hi? Can you? I don't know if you can because you're set up. Let me say hi to everybody. Kim was first. She was sitting there waiting. Hi, Miss Robin. And we've got Bobby. Bobby is doing velocity banking. If you didn't know this, go check out just to check budgets, right? We got Melissa in the house. We got Robin. And then we have Kim, right? We got Amy, and we got Mandy's budgeting journey. Mandy's going to be a part of this, so stick around, everybody. We got some great things coming your way. Hi, Deanna. Nice to see you. Look at you all. Jack, you know why Jack is here? Jack's a part of this too. Hey, Jay, how are you? We got Yvette. Hi, sweetie. How are you? We got the craft bin. Onicia, how are you? Okay, totally different time frame than we're used to. Hi, Miss Shar. Shar, do you want to tell everybody what was so special about yesterday in your chat? And then we got Jesse. All right, and like we said, people are going to be coming in that are not used to us being on live at this time. So we got Misha. And we got Miss Linda Green. Hi, sweetie. How are you? So tonight for us.
And I can see the comments, Donna. So if
you can.
Yeah, I can see them. They're coming in pretty good.
All right. So my house smells very Irish to me. I've got four huge pieces of corned beef cooking since about 12 o'clock. They're about 4 pounds each. And then as soon as we're done with this live, I'm going to throw the cabbage, potatoes, and carrots in. And I am like so excited because we have 5:30 family dinner tonight. And you want to tell a little bit of a backstory from yesterday, Steph?
Yes. And what's funny is I brought in my scratch pad that I grabbed while we were talking. It was like the worst notepad I could have had. So, when you get a text from Donna in the morning and she says, "Hey, can you chat today?" It's always a good day because we have the best conversations and there's always something that comes out of it. It's so funny. Hi, Andra.
Hi, Andra.
And so yeah, do you want me to stop so Andra can say hello?
Yeah, Andra, do you want to talk for a second?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to go back on mute. I just wanted to say hi. I'm at the airport, and I wanted to jump on and get some of the happiness. So I'm going to go on mute, and I'm going to listen to you guys. I can't see what's happening because my computer is on this Wi-Fi. So, hey, everybody. Hey, Village. I'm listening.
Okay. So Steph has been extremely busy for the last couple of weeks, and usually she and I check in at least once or twice a week. And she is what I said was MIA. And when she's MIA, I'm like, So when I get a chance, just like you said, when you see that text come through to me and you say yes to, do you want to chat sometime today? I get extremely giddy because not only is it connecting with a girlfriend, it's going to be positive for the savings and budget community.
Yeah. And you know what? I have to say that that is so true. And you're probably one of a couple that can sense that about me. And I tell you, with you has been, it really cheers me up. It gets me going. It gets me focused and it brings me joy. So we had a wonderful conversation. And what was funny is we talk about, if I don't know if you guys realize, like, we don't just sit there and talk about budgeting the whole time. We talk about life, and and we have some things in common, and we have some things that are different, and it's just nice to catch up. It's like catching up with an old pal that I feel like we've been friends forever. It's interesting how we can just connect like that. And then what was funny is as we got towards the end of our conversation, this whole thing just came out of it. And it was just based off of one little comment. And all of a sudden I could hear Donna's brain just go on like spinning. And I mentioned this word, goals, and about the quarterly goals. And I just mentioned that we were talking about something and it just came up. And then all of a sudden her brain, I could hear it through the phone, just went boom. Yeah, there's got to be like a cartoon or something we can reference when that happens. But as you can see right here, and we always, whenever we talk goals, we think of Andra because she has been talking about that, focusing on that with you all on her channel. And so even though she wasn't on the phone, she is part of our plan and our group. And so do you want to go into what came out of your brain, Donna?
Go ahead. Okay. So do you want to start? Like, where were we at? We were talking goals, and we get together, and I'm blessed because I have you guys to catch me when I'm falling in my videos, right? You guys catch me with my boo-boos and my things like that. And then I get to chat with my girls, and I call you my girls, the girls that have been part of this amazing YouTube hop. When I have to send out an email, I always address it to my girls, right? And I talked about this last week. And I always, even though I don't have a regular conversation with Laura or Judy or Janet, I'm always thinking of them, right? Or even Anne-Marie. I'm always thinking of them. And even though I'm talking to my girls, I want to bring all of them into it every time we have an amazing brainstorm, right?
Right.
A think tank moment. You watch Shark Tank, but I always use the word think tank, and
Yeah.
I love getting into my think tank mode. So we talk goals and planning all the time. We talk affirmations. Steph and I think we're the OGs with pen and paper, right,
Yeah.
Steph?
Yep. Because as soon as I started talking to you and you started like shooting off what was going on, I like, hold on. And I had to run because I was hanging out in my room and I ran to grab the nearest piece of paper and pen. And literally, like, it's one of those ones you get for free. Like, these kind.
She literally put me on hold.
Jotting it down. And I'm like, okay, go.
So she really does. She sits there, she listens, and then she takes it all in. And then we literally have this conversation where we throw things back and forth, right? So we were talking goals. Now, what happens at the end of this month? The end of this month.
End of the quarter.
It's the end of our first quarter out of 4, yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So what do? We go straight to what were our goals? What were our goals for January? What were they for February? What were they for March? Did we meet some of them? Can we go back and change them? What does our projection look for the next set of goals? So what did I say? And I was just like, oh my gosh, let's take these and let's hop, right? Let's hop.
Yeah.
She's like, what do you mean? I go, how many? I go, and I think this is how I talk. If I can mimic myself, I'm like, how many days in April? Are there 31? Are there 30? I want 30 channels. Let's get 30 girls together. Let's have a hop every day in the month of April.
Right.
Whoa.
It was like you were planning a slumber party or something. You were like, all right, who can we get? What do we do? How many
I want to bring the village together. So we got 75 strong right now, right? How many of you in the audience would love to see an April daily hop? A hop where you go from one channel to another, 30 different channels that are going to talk about what their financial goals were for 2024. What did January look like? What did February look like? What did March look like? When they look at those, I want to hear their story. How awesome would it be to hear 30 different stories on the same topic? Don't you think you're going to be able to pull something away from each one of those channels?
Yep. So, Ritter's on a budget said, yes, that would be so much fun. Nikki, Shar said no.
I'm hoping Shaz wasn't talking about this. I hope she was talking about something else.
Misha said, yes, that's awesome. A lot of people are saying, yes, they like it. I don't know if we could think. Oh, I think they're talking about dating. They're talking on another.
Oh, goodness. Stop it. Pay attention. We're talking about financial goals. I'm going to put you all in check as if you're sitting in a classroom. I need your undivided attention. Okay. Yep. You heard the wrath. This is something that does not come lightly to me. This is something that I'm extremely passionate about. And it's not for my own personal benefit. This is to benefit every single one of us.
Yes, because I know when I start, like I've always written goals for myself or did my vision boards for my family and all of that. But when it came to finances, it got a little scary when I first started. Like, what kind of goals could I do where it would actually make sense? And I really watched. Sometimes it was hard to find people who were sharing those, and so our hope is that by including so many people with this, that we will connect with all of you in some way. Somebody out there will connect with you with their goals to give you ideas and inspire you to write your own quarterly goals to continue your financial journey. And we all have different stories. We all have different things we're working on. And so by including that many different people, hopefully everyone can connect with at least one or two or maybe all of them.
This is awesome. All right. So yesterday I sent out a first group email to some of the regular OGs of the Hop. I will be taking emails. Email to Donna powered by creativity at gmail.com. If you have a channel and you would like to be considered to be part of this 30-day adventure, I would like an email. I don't know how I'm going to pick and choose, but I am waiting on a few of the originals to come back and do to say whether or not they want to be a part of this, but we will have a few spots that we will be talking to other channels and in extending the invitation as best we can.
Yes, that's the whole point of it. We want to include people in this and to just get a variety of different things so, we can all connect. So yeah, if you're interested, email Donna because we'd love to have you as a part of this.
So this is basically what we're asking, like, goals. And we want you, even if you don't have a channel, to take everything that we're talking about, taking the tools and the strategies and trying to implement them. And this is only going to be the first month. Then we're going to have one. So if the first quarter ends in March, we're going to do this in April. So we got April, May, and June. So if the second quarter ends in June, we're going to do this again and in July. And we're going to have another hop for goals and our halfway point, check in on the halfway. And again for the third quarter and again for the fourth quarter. Do we have any questions?
Nikki had a question about if we've already emailed her. Does she have to do another one? No, just respond to that one if you already got an email from Donna. And Mandy, we'd love to have.
Right.
Maybe you can be a part of our journey here, Mandy. Let's see. I don't see any other questions.
Yes. So this was the goal. So this is because this year I wasn't the only one that really wanted to talk about their debt confession, their goals, and be kind of as transparent as possible with our village. And the pen to paper comes into play with Steph, and writing things down and rewriting them and going over them. And this is how, we talk about when we do the hop together, right, Steph?
Yeah.
We're saving money together.
Yeah.
And this is just another way to bring us together, because we all know that debt and financials, they're scary. And sometimes our significant other isn't on the same wavelength as we are. But our friends and our subscribers understand us.
Yes. Yeah, I don't feel alone, let's just say, because I could. If I was just doing this without y'all, I would be feeling pretty lonely with this whole journey, because mine, I've had to slowly bring him along, but he's like, you just do it. And so we're getting there. But having this community really motivates me, and it helps me to show others, and it keeps me going and focused. And it sounds like it does to everyone on here too. It's just like, that's why I love the fact that you use the word village, because it takes a village for sure to make it in this world that we have. And so I love being a part of this with you. And yeah, so it says, they're asking if it's going to be saving money, or is it just informational, Donna?
No, this one is just information. We no saving money involved in this one. We just want to hop and listen. It's as if we're going to school for 30 days. Yeah. And honestly, what I think, right, Steph, if we could assign homework, we would love for you to just get an old notebook, loose leaf, I don't care. But when you sit down to watch the person that's going that day, write down the bullet points of what you're taking away from what they're saying is. And then
my notebook here too.
And then what I think we might do is, on that last Sunday live, whatever the first Sunday is after the end of that month, I think what we have to do is go back, or we do it on the Friday nights on Andrew's channel. Maybe every Friday night we do a recap, just like we do on the Hop Topics. We do it every Friday night. We talk about what those channels did. In fact, that's what we're going to do. We'll do it on those Friday nights. And then on that last, the last one, whatever that first Sunday is at the end of the entire thing, I think that we need to bring in Steph, Andra, and myself, and meet here on my Sunday night and really go over each and every breadcrumb that was dropped.
And celebrate. And I think we should have like a little party celebration for all the people who've met certain goals, or who've, been consistent on their goals. I think it would be a great place to shout everybody out for that, because look, I'm a big fan of setting small, attainable goals for the big ones, because, I get squirreled a lot. And if I set too like I have my big goals, but then I set smaller ones, and that's why I like the quarterly ones to be smaller, because then I feel like motivated to keep going. And let me know if anybody out there does that too. I set those little tiny ones, and then as I hit them, I celebrate it and I keep moving on, because that keeps me motivated. I need that. I need those small wins. And
So my word,
these are not part of the other hop. So they'll be every single day. It'll be a separate video. It's not going to be on the this one. It's not going to be on the Village Hop. It's a separate video.
and I'm glad you brought that up, because what we want to do is I will have a calendar that's ready to go on April 1st, and you're going to be able to have that calendar, and you're going to be able to know what channel you're going to go to. Then we definitely will have a playlist, just like we do for the hop. And this is what I'm asking. This will be the thumbnail for each one of those channels and that video. And that video will be a separate video from a save video or a hop video. These are going to be standalone videos where they come in and this is what they're talking about. And we would really like it to be at least 8 to 10 minutes, so that whatever channel is discussing this, they actually can get watch hours, or they might be able to get more views, or they might be able to get monetized. So this is a positive for every channel that wants to participate.
Yeah. Because we love supporting other people as best as we can. And this is a way to do that. And, you know, I think we have that same goal. We want to try to reach as many people to motivate them to, you know, meet these goals. And so this is a way to do that, because we can reach more people that way. There's a couple, let's see, I'm going to go back to the comments here. Yes to celebrating small wins was Mandy. Yes, the dramatic panda did go today. She did awesome. I did watch it. And I'm trying to get caught up on all my trackers, but I did watch yours today, and you did wonderful. Let's see, somebody else. Oh, Kathy James said she took her yearly goals and broke them down into smaller ones. That's kind of what I do too, Kathy, is I break them down a little bit. So that way those big ones do end up happening. Misha forgot it was Sunday. All right. Well, accountability. Yeah, accountability.
So let me go back to that, because I had that up there for a reason. Accountability. Yes, this was my chosen word for 2025, right?
Yep.
And I took it, like, I had a word last year. I couldn't tell you what that word was. I did not stay focused on that word. This year, I don't know why, but I want to stay focused on this word right there. That word. I want to stay focused on it. So how can I stay focused on that word and keep myself accountable? This is one. But if I am implementing this into my accountability for my finances and my goals, don't you think that this is going to help you all stay accountable?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. It's a win-win in my eyes.
Definitely.
Okay, so do we have any questions in regards to this? I would love to know if you have any questions.
Kim has, I'm the crazy one that has goals written down for the next 20 years. That's awesome, because I think it's good to have those long-term goals. We're going to challenge you to break some down that you can attain this year, and see if you can start hitting some of those smaller ones this year to help you towards those 20-year goals. But yeah, definitely. That's awesome.
It got quiet. I got, like, yes, you can make a weekly sheet like the quarterly sheet. You would like a weekly goal sheet? But we already have tons of weekly.
You could use your April the same sheet that you use to take notes on, if you wanted it to be themed, Shar, you could do Donna's, why can't I think of the word?
No spend.
No, your quotes.
Oh, my affirmation sheet.
Yes, your affirmation. Sorry, I couldn't
Ding,
get
ding,
that word
ding,
out
ding,
of
I
my
got it
mouth.
right.
You could use your affirmation sheet for April and put your notes on there if you like a cute themed note sheet. But we're gonna also share, our goal sheets that we have. Donna has her quarterly goals. I know Andrea has goal sheets. I have goal sheets. I just updated some of mine, and put them out there because I was just using them for me. I didn't actually put them available.
And I
So
think
now
it's
I did.
important. And that's our way of getting them in the habit of pen to paper.
Yeah, definitely. Write it down.
Yes, 100%. Wow, 89 strong. Do we have like, if you don't have a channel, and you watch other channels, if you know someone that would be interested in this, throw them at us. We would love to invite other channels that maybe don't come to Sunday Night Lives, or you might think that we might connect with, or who might enjoy hopping this with us, that have been setting goals and would like to discuss them. All right, what do we got here?
So Michelle made a comment for you, Donna. She's worried about you. She said, do you feel you have the time and energy to have more meetings? I know you are struggling. I know this village wants you at your best.
I hear you. The best part about that is I feel the love. I feel the love come through the text message. Yeah, it's so funny. I actually said to Steph right before we came on live, I go, "Oh my God, what is wrong with me? I just keep adding."
Well, that's what her brain was doing, and I was like, I go with it. You know why? Because this is a smart woman here, and I go with, when she has ideas, she's gonna do it, and so we got to go with it. We aren't going to be adding more meetings. It's just going to be on the ones that are already happening. She will address, and we will address the goal part of it on those lives. So we're not adding another live, and really she only has to do one video for the month because everybody else is going to be doing the other days. So I think she'll be okay with that. She'll be okay.
Thank you. And this is the truth. I am surrounding myself with Top Gun, right? Do you guys feel that I am doing that? If you took the movie Top Gun, right? It's the best of the best, right? I think you all in this chat are the best of the best. And I wish we had others that would find us, because I think we have so much to offer the world, right? I honestly believe that wholeheartedly. So what am I doing? I honestly, the only thing I'm really putting on my plate is I created this thumbnail. Then what do I have to do? Mama Bear actually took the lead to write the email for me yesterday, because you all know I'd rather talk to you than write. I don't have, I'm not good with punctuation or sentences and Grammarly, and I'm not getting Grammarly. I'm not doing it. You take me for who I am, and that's it. But I asked Steph to do it. She jumped, and within the hour, I think she had the email sent to me. I added just a couple of things, and I shipped that out. Now, then what do I have to do? I have to send out or wait for channels that would like to be a part of this, and then I have to create a calendar. From there, I only have one video to create. Then I will join Andrea on Friday nights, right? I'll join her. I'll continue with my Sundays. And then really at the end, those ladies will be joining me. And, who's to say I don't find a way to, and this is where my mind just went. What if I can find a way to bring every one of those 30 channels together on like a Zoom and then televise it on YouTube?
That would be funny.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That'd be a lot of little squares.
That would be an amazing amount of squares,
what was that game show that Hollywood Square?
right? But this is what I have, and the truth be told, with the end of March coming to a closure, setting goals this year, it was something I've done but never focused on 100%. And I'm so passionate about it that I really want you guys to get involved in it. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is like you can hear the energy come out of you once we start talking about stuff, and then we start bouncing the ideas back and forth, and then you just start going. You can feel the energy coming through the phone. It's a lot of fun, and it really like it's inspiring. And I that's why I sent you that text, because I just sat there after our phone conversation. I was like, whoa, that was awesome. And I really needed that. And I needed you to hear like how you made me feel by doing that with me. So thank you.
You're very welcome. But you know what? By me being able to be creative with our savings and you just listening, and that's the part where I was trying to say before, John has no interest in our finances. I'm gonna tell you this real quick, right? I actually sent an image. So I don't know. I tell you all the time that I use one specific credit card for anything that has to be used throughout the month. One credit card. I don't have multiples, and that's our American airline, right? So that's where most of our money gets used, right?
Yeah.
So for some stupid reason last night, I know why. I started doing my taxes yesterday.
Yeah.
I had to go into that, and it took me to another section where it broke down all of our spending for 2024. I'm literally making the sign of the cross right now. Because when it got to eating out, restaurants, I literally had a massive coronary.
Yeah, I bet.
And we all know that I am kidnapped and this is the truth. I'm kidnapped when we have to go out to eat. Do you guys I want to see what the chat wants to guess at what was spent on eating out for the entire year of 2024.
Ooh, let's see. Who's going to be the first guess?
I want to see who gets it right. And that's where I'm gonna segue into, John. There's a story coming with Johnny, but it's not to bash him, but it's just to tell you where I'm at.
Onisha said 1,500. Close
Nobody's
to
got it yet.
12K.
Nobody's got it yet.
Ooh,
Keep
pounds.
going.
Mikey, what would it be in $3,000?
It's with Duncan. It's anything that was purchased food eating out.
You know, it just went up with the Duncan now.
Let me know when you're ready to hear this. And then somebody's got to scoop me up off the floor.
Okay, has anybody gotten close?
Yeah, there were a couple that were close, but they did not hit it.
Okay.
It's in the thousands, so keep going. Tell me when you give up and I'll tell you. Oh, just the chicken budgets. Forget it. I'd be like, I'd kill him.
What are you eating?
I would definitely be taking the bat to his head. No.
Is it in the single digits or is it teens?
You got teens.
Okay. That helps everybody. Look, I'm getting you guys hints. She said it was in the teens.
It was just shy of $11,000.
Woo! Let's see who got close. Let me go back. Okay, so Misha got 10,000. I thought somebody said Jen got 12,000.
We had 10. We had 12. Nobody hit 11. So
Wow.
I said to John last night, I said, so I was on our credit card and it breaks everything down. I've tried this once before with my Quicken and it breaking things down into a budget. I literally said to him, babe, this is exactly his tone and how he gets. I finished the sentence. He goes, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I worked hard all my life. I don't care. I don't
Mhm.
care. And I
You
went,
said that to me before, how he said that.
he literally said it that way again last night. I go, how could you honestly don't care? I was like, that could be a trip to Alaska. Nope, don't care. And then I used the phrase, but you've got nothing to show for it. It went in and it came out. And he goes, nope, don't care. That's what I said.
It literally came out.
So the point is this. This is where I went with this crazy story, and I keep it real with you all. I know that's my life. That's the course of my life for the next umpteen years, right? I have to. It's my life, right? I have you all as a soundboard. I have you to set goals in other places so that my husband can live the life he wants to live. If he had any other wife, he'd probably be 6 feet under. I don't know why I keep babying him, but I do. But the point is that we all have a Johnny D in our life somewhere, or bits and
Yeah.
pieces of him. So
Yeah.
this is where I say we come together, and then Laura Bell Creations, if that's his, and this is probably you're probably 100% right.
Mhm.
Girl, it's not even letting me click on, it's not letting me click on that to show it. Shoot. What the heck is I gotta up my self-care.
So everybody is saying that it's his fellowship time, it's his therapy. It I totally get that, because for my hubby, it's spending money on tractor parts and tractors and all of the stuff in that shop he has. And that's the way he looks at it too, is, he's home. He's not going anywhere. He's staying put. He's, it's keeping him happy. And, I guess that's their self-care, right? But then again, yeah, we need to up our self-care then, Donna.
Okay, here's a perfect example. Okay, I just planted a seed. I've never looked, I have looked at that number before. I want you guys to look at that number if you can. Figure it out. Just curiosity. Because to me, that's wasteful. That's truly wasteful spending. And I'm a good cook. Vinny's a good cook. It's not like he's not getting fed at home. So that's a thorn. But the point is this. I'm gonna take Shar and Michelle, and I'm gonna use those two as an example. You guys come here together. You guys can sit there and have a conversation about everything that was discussed here on these lives. And you guys can hear one another, where I don't have that. And be blessed. Know your blessings there is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Know your blessings there, because that sets you guys apart from me and Johnny D. Over and over again there. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Shar says yes, but we don't agree on all of it. Well,
But
I know,
you
but
don't
you
have,
guys can
you
have
don't
those
have to.
conversations, and you do it's you're opening up and having those conversations. And I think, everybody is in their own situation, but eventually moving to that is always helpful. But you've got to do what you got to do, and you're doing a great job with your family, Donna.
Right. And I'm not, and when I talk about Johnny D, I don't talk about it to bash him or make me seem like the better person. I don't ever, let me tell you something. I would step in front of a bullet for him. Like,
Yeah.
we're 35 years.
Yeah.
It is what it is. He might not be the same person. I might not be the same person. I'm sure he could sit here and tell you, well, she didn't do this and she didn't do. I ain't no princess. I don't have no halo over my head. And I'm sure I irk him just as much as he irks me. I'm just here talking about financials and how I wish. And, I wish I had him as like, do you realize that if you had that ultimate partner in, and it's what a dream team you could be. So I don't have that. But what do? I bring the dream team together with all of you.
Yeah. That's what motivates me is this, because that's where I get it. And, he's benefiting from that, even though he's not a part of this, because he's one of those, it's like, you handle the money, you just tell me what to do with this and how much I could do with this. And I'm like, well, would you like to see? He's like, nope. But I can talk about that with you, and I can talk about that with our crew, and I can put it out there to the world in my videos and get comments back on those. And that really kind of keeps me focused, and it helps my family because it keeps me focused on making changes that I need to better our family.
And that's the truth. Isn't that making changes, setting goals, readjusting? See, that's what's going to be so important about this hop, or so amazing about this hop. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do the first quarter, and then we're gonna come to the second quarter, which is the half, and we're gonna be able to reflect. And do you know that in 2026, how we're gonna come out of the starting gate even better? Like this is you want to talk, what was it? Kimmy was talking about 10-year goals, 20-year goals. This year, you're going to see this date change. We're going into 26. We're going to go into 27. And with each year we go into this, we're going to get so much better at it.
Yeah, because you've seen that. And if anybody that's been on here long enough, even if you don't have a channel, but you've been following along, and I'm sure every year you change, you grow. You got to look at those positive. What's changed? What change did I do this year that have put me in a better place? Because in the short time, I've seen an improvement in my mentality of money, etc. And all it, you know what it is? And you pointed at it. Oops, I just dropped it. You write things down. Get that notebook and you go back and look at it and you date it and you put the date on it. I think that's important to do. Whenever I write notes, I'll put a date on it because it's interesting to go back and see, when was I thinking this? Where have I come from that point? It's amazing. When I look at you and you pull out your books from like the 90s, I'm like, oh, I wish I had that, because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the geek in me. I definitely have a geek side, and I love it and I embrace it.
Yeah, we've got a lot
just
of
think of it, just think of it this way. Right now, for us, you and I, and we have the ultimate time capsule right here on YouTube.
Yeah,
we're gonna go back, like, we're gonna be able to go back and say, holy crap, do you remember when?
I did that before. I went back and I was like, I don't even remember what my first video was. And I was like, oh my word. Like, go back when you watch it. And what's really cool to think about too, is our kids have that as well. My son was like, Mom, I have this to hold on to as long as YouTube never goes away, right? As a memory of you, and like I hear your voice and I hear all the things that you talk about and what you're going through. He's like, I'm using this as like, it's almost like a family time capsule, like you were saying, that my kids will have.
I hear grandchildren or great grandchildren. I wonder how long YouTube will keep it up. Like, will we be iconic in the future? Will they look back at our videos and say, do you believe they did that back then? Look at how we do it now.
I know, because when you think about, we were just talking about this the other day, about when AOL first came out, and you're like, do 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 do, and you listen for those little sounds. I can't do it. You were better at it.
Oh my goodness. You've got
How
mail.
much they've changed since then, and that wasn't that long ago, you know.
Okay, who's, Gilmore Girls. You're talking Gilmore Girls. We're in Gilmore Girls mode still here, right? So what do they got? They got cell phones, no phones in the diner. And then she's trying to explain to Luke on how to make number one her number, because she's number one in his life. And these
Yeah.
are all things that are new within the last two what is 10 years? 10 years is a 10 years is a
Decade.
Thank you. Couldn't get that word out. I know it was in century, but in the last 2 decades, look at how far we've come. Could you imagine what financial goals and saving money will look like 2 from now? Huh.
I know. That's pretty cool.
And did you get my email yesterday? Just checking. And I have a question for Shar and Michelle. Did you guys have something special this week? Not Santa Claus's birthday, but did you guys celebrate something this week besides that? I don't know if I got my emails crossed. Decade, ding, 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 ding. At least you all know what I'm talking about. And isn't it great how you guys can complete my sentences?
Yeah, I gotta take a drink of my water here. On did reply. Yeah, I forgot about that. I did read on.
Okay, good. Thank you. I try not to look at emails that much on the weekends. I try to minimize my business aspect to Monday through Friday. I gotta have some kind of disconnect.
I'm the opposite. I do a lot on the weekends because I'm so burnt out on them during the week.
I hear you. So do we have anybody doing corned beef and cabbage today or tomorrow?
Is there anybody that does not like corned beef and cabbage like me?
You don't? Oh,
No,
I'm
and my
sorry.
mom's giving me grief because I'm not making it. I'm like, oh, the thought of that smells like, what?
Oh, meanwhile, my house smells I think it smells delicious.
I know. Everybody loves it except me, I think.
This is what it is. It was Shar and Michelle's 8th anniversary.
Oh,
But it's also Santa's birthday. But I was trying not to give Santa the floor.
And Shar, I absolutely love that picture of your dog, by the way, that comes up all the time. Such a cutie.
Nice. And we're doing it tonight so that, because the kids go to after school program but I'm doing it late tonight because they're all working at the building still, and it gives them time to really finish up. They're getting so much accomplished. That building looks amazing.
Yeah, I saw the video that you posted where the guys were putting up the stuff. I'm like, ooh, I want to go shopping in there.
That's so funny. Vinny and I were outside painting 2 days out of this week. Vinny helped me twice. And we're outside painting the boards. And because we prime, and because it's OSB board, you got to get into every nook and cranny. And then the top coat's really a quickie. And then Vinny and I, they're all putting up boards. And Vinny and I are walking up and down every, let me show you what I got. Every aisle. So
what did you get? What did you get?
So I got this. Have you guys ever seen this? So this was sitting there, and you had a $2 markup on it. I'm like, $2? And this kid didn't say, "Hey, Ma, do you want this?" I wanted to smack him. So I said to the guy that works for him, I go, "What's this doing out in the front?" He's like, "I know." I tell him, "You better tell your mother first." And then he goes, "In that back corner," he says, "there's a bunch of Disney stuff." He says, "I'll take it and I'll put it aside for you." I go, "You better, because I better get first dibs." But I'm like, "Do you see this? Oh my gosh.
That's beautiful.
I'm too zoomed in. I'm wondering why so I never saw this one, but it has the directions and
For trivia.
Yeah, and I'm thinking it's got to come into play, right? Because
I bet you that
the
was like
first,
2000s
I don't know.
because it has the
It's got a I don't think those were around in 2000. I don't know.
because it has what the Queen of Hearts.
2014. 2014.
Okay.
I'm thinking. But so the first card I grabbed, Steph, right? The first card I grab, I go, I go, which one of these groups works in a mine? Look at the first one I grab.
Oh, my
That's the first
guy.
one I grab. And of
My
course, who do I
guy.
think of? Yeah.
Love it.
So I saw this and I was like, and look at these. And I don't know, look,
That's cool.
I'm
I've
thinking,
never seen that. Never. Didn't even know that existed.
it's giving me creativity vibes. Like, oh my gosh, how stinking cute. So anyways, I went through it, I grabbed it, and it's now mine. And that's it. I don't care. You can have it when I'm no longer on this plane. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so they're working and they'll walk through the door and dinner will be ready and I'm golden today.
Nice.
If you're not doing corned beef, who's cooking dinner tonight? Just curious.
I need more ideas. I'm so burnt out on making dinner. Ooh, who's making banana bread? Redder's on a budget.
Vinny and Shannon made banana muffins this morning.
Andrea asked, "Is it giving you 3D printer vibes?"
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Did y'all see my beautiful dice castle? Oh my gosh, I love it. It's my ice cream sherbet castle.
You know what's funny is since you told me that, that's all I could think of. Because I look at this one and I go, oh my gosh, it's so sherbet.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And you know, I was telling Donna, I don't know if you all noticed it. It's really quiet, which I know some people are sensitive to the sound. So I'm like, and you don't have to do anything. It's like the perfect castle. I love it. Love, love, love.
Yeah, it's sweet. The original two that I made, I gifted to Steph and Andra. And then I'm keeping one of the other ones for myself.
I cooked a roast dinner and watched Princess of Wales.
Aw. Ooh, taco salad. Who's having that? I love that.
Sounds good. That actually sounds really good.
Your
I need to
taco
make
salad.
tacos. I need to make tacos.
Do you take Doritos and crunch them up and put them in there?
Ugh,
Oh my
no.
gosh. So a girl back, I want to say back in the 90s, she made a taco salad and then she literally took the cheese Doritos, crunched them up, and she used Thousand Island dressing. Oh, congratulations.
Yvonne.
Oh. All right. I see a goal is accomplished.
Tinkerbell. That's awesome. I can't wait to say that one day.
Yeah, one day.
I
right?
love it. We will celebrate you. Is it Eve? I'm going to say Yvonne because that's what I have. I have a friend named Yvonne. Oh, yeah. That's called the walking taco, Amy. Yeah, I was trying to come up with the name that you were talking about. You take a bag of Doritos and you fold it down and then you throw everything in it. It's called a walking taco because you can hold
I need
it.
that in my life.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Miss Ann has snow. Oh, I love me. Ann, every time, well, not every time. Ann loves to send me little love notes. And right now she's starting to get a little bit of snow.
Yeah, it's pretty cold here too. We had like, I call it the styrofoam snow the other day, the little balls, and they just melt when they hit the ground. but it's been pretty chilly here, and we're supposed to have a bunch of rain this week.
I didn't even look at the forecast for this week. Huh. So, can I ask a question? Do we have any accountants?
What?
Do we have any accountants in our group here? Just curious. What kind of professionals do we have? I need to. I being in a YouTube business and being a influencer, there's got to be other things that I don't know exist as far as tax write-offs. I'm this close to, I don't have an accountant. I've always done them on my own, but now I think I need an accountant.
I use one too, but when I went to her last year and I told her about, because you have to claim all your YouTube and your Etsy and all that, she was clueless on it. And so I said, well, I need you to figure it out for next year, because I'm going to be coming back and I've got more to come. So we'll see what ends up happening when I go, because I'm a little nervous about that too.
I think that, oh gosh, I'll have to get into this more with you when we're off, but because we are influencers, shoot, I closed the link on my channel. Shoot. I'll talk to you more about that.
Yeah. Mandy was saying you can write off the size of your room that you do for your YouTube videos.
Yes.
I didn't even think about that.
It had asked me a question into what kind of influencing I did. And because we are YouTube influencers, it wasn't as taxable. We'll have to get into that.
Huh.
Yeah, there was a phrase that I put, like I verbally said into Google, and now, for the life of me, I can't find it.
Of course, that's how it goes, You'll find it when no one's here and we're off. You'll find it. That's usually how it goes.
Right, it needs to be exclusive to your work.
Planting her seedlings. She's already getting into the spring vibe. We can't put anything in the ground here till after Mother's Day. That's the rule.
Okay, here's perfect. Look at this. It took 3 long years, lots of sacrifices, and a few sleepless nights. And that's the truth. It's not, becoming debt-free is not easy.
No.
Thank you for sharing that, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah, and you know what? I love that you told us how long, because people, they start getting into this and they're like, well, it's taking too long, and then you throw your hands up and I'm never going to be able to do this. And I'll tell you, I have my moments when I get my totals and all that where I'm like, am I ever going to be able to do this? And all I do is I focus on something small that I can do, and then it puts you in that mode again. And Yvonne, you probably went through times where you probably felt like that too, and where you said the sleepless nights, but you kept at it, and look at you. You've done it. That's awesome.
I think that's truly. I have to ask, since we have 84 of us, 86 of us, it keeps going back and forth. I once again, did you guys get to watch the debt update this week? If you did, can you give me a yes or no? And if you didn't, that's okay. I'm curious, who here watched that debt update video? I think it was Thursday.
Yeah, I did. I just watched it. Got caught up this morning on all your videos. I couldn't sleep last night, so that's what I do when I don't sleep.
Okay. So for those of you,
lots of people watched it, Donna.
So I have to ask a lot of questions. Steph, you use the word squirrel a lot. You squirrel a lot.
Uh-huh.
I love that term because it's almost like endearing, because it's a cute little animal, right? And I feel like I have been doing that more and more frequently. And I know where Michelle's question earlier came from, right? Because when when you watch that video, was that video difficult to watch? I felt like I was all over the place. Like if there was a ping pong ball on the table, I was literally back and forth. Was it difficult? Was it torture
No.
to watch that video?
For me, it's not. I get what you're saying, because in our, in talking to you, like I love how your brain does that, and I follow along, and
I'm looking for
it's like
critical feedback.
it's almost like what I normally think in my head. You get it out in words, and you put it out there so everybody can see all what goes into making decisions, and sometimes you go back and forth, but that's what we all do when we're trying to make big decisions on things and do the right thing. And
So
you're putting it out there for people to see what your brain is doing.
Yvonne took 3 years, right? Let's take that down. And that video probably took me, no exaggeration, 5 hours between filming, figuring out, the phone ringing, this happening, that happening, and so many interruptions in between, and focusing on those numbers. But can I ask, was the ending worth it? Like, it was the ending. Like, I literally sat there and projected everything that went in and anything that might have to come out just to get a realistic timeline.
Yeah. And you know what? I know that about you. And anybody who's ever watched your savings challenge videos knows that about you. When you have something that's long term, you work it out exactly how long I need to get this done. And it doesn't sit for long. And when you have something that's long term, if you notice, you will eventually go, okay, that's it. How are we going to finish this out? And so you're doing that with your debt too. Just like how you would do with your savings challenges. You're like, okay, yes, that was the plan, but it's how can I work it so it'll go faster? And I think people have responded to very positively about your video and how they were following you, and they liked you expressing all of the jumping and back and forth.
So let's take that video. That video is like a day of manual labor, but mentally. Like, you know how exhausted you get, like when you do yard work or whatever, right? You're pooped.
Yeah.
That one literally, if you could see the life in me, it goes like this, and it gets sucked right out.
Yeah.
And I know that part's so extremely difficult to face, but I want everybody to face it for themselves. That's why I do what I do sometimes. Learn from example. Don't get frustrated. Follow through. Look at it. Like, you talked about me keeping notes from the 80s and 90s, and I'm saving every single one of those papers in that folder.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go back and look at them over and over again.
Yep.
And it's so funny. You can see the beginning of that goal, and then you watch how I actually get to it. Now, I wasn't even just working at pen and paper. I was simultaneously going from paper to putting it into a spreadsheet, double checking, just like I did with Andrea that night. I don't trust the spreadsheet 100%, but I should. But because I'm changing the numbers so much, I needed to do it on paper.
Yeah, that's kind of how when I started playing with the spreadsheet a little bit, I get nervous. But if I write it down, I'm like, okay, this makes more sense to me. So I think
I don't want the spreadsheet to be wrong and give me an easier number. I want the number to be legit. I don't want it to make it look like I'm finishing in July, but when I'm really going till October.
Yeah. But you never
But
know, the way you're working your interest numbers, who knows, you know?
yeah, but you know what I'm going to tell you is this right now. After getting a peek at my taxes, I'm going to have to pay.
You're
And
going,
I did not, honestly, but okay, wait, you know what? Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that for a second.
okay.
I have to pay, and I had a feeling I was going to have to pay in addition to property taxes, right? So
Yeah.
did I have some of that money on standby? Yes. Where did it go? Into the HELOC. So here I am just talking myself off the cliff in front of you all because that money went in and eventually it was going to have to come out.
But you have it there, and when it was in, it wasn't gaining interest when it came, sitting out. And that's the thing
Exactly.
that I was getting from your examples is that yes, you took that stuff sitting over here and put it into the HELOC, but that was to knock that interest amount down. And eventually when you do need it, you pull it back out. So it's a numbers game that you're playing, and you only pull it out when it's time, when you need it.
And that alone is it's something to get used to. It's not the norm.
Yeah. That's probably where I'm a little nervous about all of it. I was sharing my honesty about the whole thing because our little group has been like, so how's everything going? And I'm like, I'm on stall mode right now because I'm so nervous about taxes. And I think once I hit that and I get through that, then I think I can hit it hard on what I'm going to do to help my debt go a little bit faster as well.
And honestly, being an entrepreneur and in business, I'm still learning. I don't put money aside. Do you put money aside? I don't put money aside, or I wasn't putting money aside. I need to, you know how I am with my financial home monies and my kid. I'm not that way with my business yet because I feel like my business is still a hobbyist.
Yeah. That's where I'm at right now, and that's where I want to see. Okay, when and if it does move, am I going to be prepared? Because I hate paying.
And that's the truth. But I mean, is it their money? Some of it, of course, it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to but I don't want to give them the farm, so to
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
No. So I do. I need to talk to a legit accountant that works with influencers. Because it's definitely a different ballgame.
I've got you, Michelle.
So let's recap for a few seconds. I did see, let's recap. Lisa needs prayers for her grandson, right?
Yeah.
Her grandbaby.
Yep.
Michelle would like some prayers for her father. And then I think Bobby's cat was having kittens, right? Always pray for St.
Oh,
Francis to be there with her. And so, you know what? If you guys don't mind, I would love to just say the Our Father for everyone and umbrella them that need prayers. Would you guys mind real quick if I do that? It is Sunday.
go right ahead.
In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Amen.
Prayers to every single person in the path of my voice that needs them. I love
Yeah.
you all. You guys are awesome.
It's amazing what all of you can, just by doing this right now together, what that can do.
Oh, yeah. Just being there for one another.
Yep.
All right. With that being said, I had asked Vinny to peel my carrots. So I hear him in the kitchen. He's actually peeling my carrot. But I would like to go put my dining room table together.
Yeah, you have a dinner to get ready for, Donna.
and get ready for my family. So thank you all so much for being here. I hope that you guys are looking forward to this. Email me when you can if you want to be a part of this. Hello, Miss Maybell. And if you know of a channel that might want to be a part of this, let us know. And safe travels to our girl, Andra.
Yes.
And Steph, I love it that you were a part of today.
Thank you for doing it actually worked out perfect with the timing because evenings are tough on me. So I love that I could be here with you guys. I wish I could be with you more often. That's my goal for the summer. So I appreciate any time that I have with you, Donna. You really do inspire me, and I love all of you out there.
We love them too, and I love you like a sis. All right, everybody. You guys have a blessed day. Steph, don't go nowhere. Let's say goodbye to these people.
All right. Bye, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's
Bye.
Day.